Hi friends, so I have this idea that instead of creating a tutorial that will teach you any certain techniques or a tool, I will just record myself creating a track from some sketch I've already developed, because I think this will be a beneficiary for a lot of you struggling with the track creation process to finishing tracks and getting to that end line when the track is finished. And many of the times I can imagine you are in the loop stage and are paralyzed and don't know what to do next. So I have this sketch going on. This is how it sounds. So I was playing today with an Opal instruments from Force, which I will overview in depth in some future videos. So I was getting in depth about this tool, and I've just was playing with that sequencer, and I have this melody going on which can be modulated and have some additional. So I'm thinking this as my main component, which I will get in a second. Then I have like a drum loop, hi-hat, and I have some extra melody. Created on this flap. Some pads. Yeah, so this is my basic sketch. I'm using HTP pad from 26 Ableton 12 racks. The link will be above, as well as this hat was also created for that pack. So if you haven't seen it, check out this pack because it's really good stuff. What I'm hearing at the moment, and this is what I always encourage people to do, like listen what you have, what you want to have, like create a plan. So let's listen to it. So in my opinion, we are missing some bass line that will enhance the groove and like move the track forward. Also, we are missing some extra percussive elements and textural elements that will create depth in this tune. Apart from this, I think we are having main parts already there. Like I think this will be our kind of like a leadish sound. Then we have this extra melody, which will be like a something that will add to the composition, create like a second element, like a contrasting element. Then we have those pads, which will help us maybe on the breakdown to create some new atmosphere going on, maybe some emotional content with some changes in the chords or in the melody. And then it will be just a matter of playing with the intensity of this track and the energy that we have, so it keeps us the groove and the momentum on the dance floor we want. So let's start with the bass line. Once again, we'll be using the pack I've created, so let's do that, HTP 12. Let's see, maybe we will go for something simple, as this tune already have a lot of movement and components, so I don't want the bass line to be taking more space and attention. I just want something to be grooving along. So I'm thinking of something really really simple. Meld bass. Let's try meld bass. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's just focus on the main melody, so we do something that will groove along with the melody. And this is how I usually approach this. So I will try to like play something on my computer keyboard. It's too loud. Let's tune this up a bit. The volume is a bit too much. So okay, so this C plays really well. C1. Let's see what note is our kick, just for G, that's okay. So G and C, as I've already explained in the previous video, like if you have kick playing on G, this will be here. At least 3 semitones will be okay for the bassline. So if we have bassline on C, that will be all right. So I'm thinking of something. Let's see. That's okay for now. Let's do some change so we get like, yeah, let's something like that. Okay, so what I did was I just created a duplicate and just made some changes in the second half, so the bassline is not that repetitive, it has some movement, and I think maybe those two bars will work. Now let's work on some velocity and humanization. So let's do humanize, maybe a bit more, so it's not that super on the grid. And then let's do some velocity changes. So I'm thinking of having this one quiet. That's not bad. Let's I think we could use some bit more overtones, so let's change the shape of the, but not that much. Let's do EQ. Okay, we can try now, maybe see what will happen if we maybe at some point raise this. That's nice. So let's see. And let's maybe do like a one step down. Okay, now I'm thinking that in this sequence, I'll actually go for something like that. So we have just the end of the phrase, and then maybe there is a small bit, like something like that. Okay, no, let's do it the other. Let's have an ending with the D. Okay, let's leave it for now. So we have bassline. This will be our bassline. Let's do some color coding. Bass. So this is our beat. Bass. Now I'm thinking of some percussion. Like this is how I usually work. Like when I have a lead, and lead many times comes from some experiments, some inspiration that comes, and I just have lead, and then I work everything around that lead. So it has that you know, lead synchronicity. Or sometimes it's the other way around. I'm just working on the beat and then the lead comes later. But in this instance, we are developing elements with the lead in mind already. Okay, so let's work on the percussion. So I like that. I think it's a bit too loud. And then we have this guy. Okay, I think also we need some changes. So I usually go for longer loops rather than just one bars, as this creates, you know, stronger foundation and doesn't bore you so much. So I always encourage people to do that. So let's work. Let's extend this guy a bit. Let's focus on it. And as we see here, there is a ghost note. That's nice. Let's play this with the beat and bass. Okay, that's too much. Let's try some different. Okay, that's not bad. But you know, I will actually do it on different clip. So let's have new MIDI clip, and what I have usually is in my library, and this is one thing that really shortens the time you work on tracks. You have percussion, and I have highs, and I have high hats rack. So this will be my hats. With Ableton Live 12, you can have some, you know, make a rack with 16 samples, and then you can just press Command and an arrow, and you will search similar, which is really nice. So let's create some rolls, some, you know, ghost notes, some additional variations that will enhance the beat in the top end. So this guy is nice. I like it as it pops out. Let's turn this. Okay, let's turn this guy up. Okay, that's too much. This one was not heard that well. I think we're having the feedback is too big. Okay. That's nice. Now I think we need a bit more hi-hat. So we have open hi-hat. Let's have some closed hi-hat. So let's just duplicate what we have already. So we will duplicate this guy. And let's draw some pattern on maybe this guy. I usually start with something rather short, and then I develop it later. Let's add some humanization. Okay, that's too long. Okay, now let's make a longer loop. And then in the second half we will, let's actually change this bit. Okay, we can do it that way, or that way. Okay, that's not bad. Now, let's insert MIDI track, and what I like to do is to have some percussive elements in the background that will further enhance this loop. So let's go for something standard from Ableton. So let's do let me do some rim shot. Okay, let's do a bit of these. I hate what they did here, so we're gonna do an extra with claps. Sorry, let's create a new one. Claps. Do some claps as well. All right, let's try with what we have already. Yeah, I usually go for some like small rhythmic patterns. Okay, that's not bad. Let's duplicate it. Hearing some ending. That's not bad. Let's duplicate it. And this. Okay, I don't like that it's like 3 times the same pattern, so we have. Oh, maybe it's not that bad. Okay, but maybe we can finish that with some extra bit here. Okay. Okay, now let's work on this guy. Let's add some reverb to it. And let's change it characteristics, so we will use shifter. Maybe tune it a bit. I think there is the echo is a bit, the reverb is a bit too long. Okay, now let's do some claps. Okay, that's all right. So I'm just going for some small loop bits here and there. I think let's. Okay, let's increase the attack. Which guy? This guy. to have a big splash of reverb with this guy. Okay. Alright, so I like it. Let's see how that will sound without this. So this is our loop without all the drum part. Not bad. And let's do probability of this guy so it comes in here and then. So let's do 50% or something like that. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I think we have drums, we have bass line. Let's do one more element for this episode. So let's do textures. I'm gonna use again the 26 racks I've created. And let's do textures, and we had this textured melt texture, which I really love because this has, yeah, this has this kind of like, it like instantly gives that depth, and it creates like a cushion for all the other percussive elements going on. And there's movement, like you can hear that movement created like with LFOs and all of that jazz here. So it basically can be just this one note. C1, let's see. So we can use, actually I'm already hearing that if we are playing C1, it's like, okay, it's fitting really well. When we raise the note, we kind of like adding a bit more tension, and then so we could use that on some moments when we will be dropping, like creating some breakdowns. So this guy is instant fun, instant results. But we will add some modulations just to make it more interesting. Anyway, so let's do a long loop, like one phrase. So let's see. Play with this one. Let's just draw some automation so it moves us for us a bit. It doesn't have to be drastic because we already have stuff going on. It's like a background element at this point. One more bit I would also add, and this is something you can go two ways around. So either have your own samples or use something from sample pack, and I'm referring to adding a bit of the texture. So let's see, textures, like chia crackles. I really like those crackling sounds, really far back. Oh, I like this because it has this rhythmic quality. So let's drop this guy as well. And let's work on it. Let's add an EQ, EQ8. Let's add an echo and see how this is going to sound. To add even more of that rhythmic part, like I will slightly adjust the rhythm, so the transient, they really are more on the grid, so it's like it is not that hectic, but has okay. That's nice. We can let's now play with beats with different warping, or we can use like 16. Let's actually just loop this part. How it sounds, maybe. Let's lengthen this guy. I like this one the most, but it doesn't create that movement, so let's have a longer version. Okay, I like that, and I just want to have this. Without it. Okay, one more bit I'm hearing, and let's do something that I can hear a lot in Valentino's Mora tracks. So not this guy, but he has this, like, when there is like a groove going on and there is a lead, and it also a lot of times has this like noisy parts here and then, like adding extra groove or enhancing groove in the top end with splashes of noise. So I have this really simple noise instruments. I'm already using some clip I did. So yeah, it's something like that. A bit of frequency shifter, old school one from the Ableton 11 before the release. A lot of reverb, and then I have compressor that will be linked to the beat. So let's tune it to the beat. And then what we will do, we will draw some rhythm that will, for that I'm going to decrease the release, so it's not that, so it has more like this staccato vibe, something like that. Do some variations, so we'll duplicate this and let's maybe shorten that one. Too loud. without it. So with all the textures we have, without textures, I'm gonna so now we can play this. Okay, I think that's it for this part. So what I want you to take out from this is like build more elements, create the density in the tune, add some extra percussive elements, as this will greatly enhance the groove, add the textures, few layers in my experience works best, so to have something really long, something rhythmic, something splashy. Divide them in this frequency spectrum, so you have something, you know, really on the top, something in the lower, something lower. We are covering basically the, you know, high-end spectrum, because yeah, it's like that. But we have those splashes of noise playing here. We have this main texture and those extra rhythmic noises, kind of like occupying this frequency spectrum, like around 1K, as this gives this depth. So I'm happy with where we are now, and in the next video I think I will focus on maybe recording the modulations, so we can some stuff to work on, and maybe try to be like move towards the arrangement already, because as I think this is strong theme at this point. So I hope this was useful. I hope this gave you an insight into the process of creating tune. Stay tuned for the next part, as I will develop this track towards the end, maybe in one or two parts. All right, see you later. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for what we come next with the HTP community and our YouTube channel. Bye.